This was about an hour and a half ago, right in the heat of everything, and you can see students being led out of the building that was on lockdown. As they cleared that building, those students with their arms in the air, the SWAT team then brought them, lined them up, got them down on their knees, and frisked each and every one of those students. Now, I want to tell you that this math sciences building is actually attached to Boulter Hall, where the shooting took place. So, of course, the concern was that a shooter could come from Boulter Hall into the math sciences building to get away, to hide, and that person could get through. The two buildings are connected. So that's why, though not all of the buildings here were on lockdown, this was one of the few buildings where the students were actually let out that way. And as you look at that video, I want to bring in now the ASB president, Siegel. You were in a different building. You were watching all of this unfold on the news. Can you tell me, especially as someone who's leading the student government here, how were you all feeling?
I mean, it was a feeling of surreal, just like watching the footage that you're talking about, seeing students at halls that we'd walk by every day for class and seeing police walk by with assault rifles and seeing students lined up and being frisked. It was a feeling of surreal, and then more than that, really of fear more than anything. The thinking that this could happen on our campus. I mean, you see it happen around the country. Unfortunately, you've seen mass shootings, you've seen college campuses. I mean, even go back to Columbine. To think it happened at UCLA, at my school, I mean, it was just utter disbelief.
Now, when the alert first went out and you guys didn't know where the shooter was, what did you do inside your classroom?
We were just all like, social media was so prevalent. So many students, whether it be the app GroupMe on Facebook, so many students are like, stay in the room that you're in, lock the doors, do not let anyone in, turn off the lights. People said the right things, and I think at the first there were still students walking around campus, but I think after they really understood like how dire the situation is, everyone got indoors or got off campus.
Yeah, and I talked to some students, their doors didn't lock, so they locked them with belts. They put chairs, drawers in front of it. I mean, even though all these students are now safe, the psychological trauma is going to be there. So, especially as a leader on this campus, what do you think needs to be done now to deal with that aspect?
You know, I think really letting this investigation run its course. We want to see the students who were directly affected. We want to know who the victims were. We want to reach out to their families and the communities that they're a part of on campus and show that we're here for them. We want to be resources for them. You know, we have a lot of resources for mental health. We want to make sure that students feel that they can be at ease. But in addition to that, I think this is a wider conversation about, you know, the prevalence of gun violence in our society, and we as a student body, as an association, to see what kind of actions we want to take to, you know, call it out where it exists.
And one of the things that's really struck me, I talked to some students about the text messages they sent to their family when this first happened. One girl telling me that she sent to her mom, if I don't make it, I love you, which is just so awful to hear. Did you send messages to your loved ones?
Yeah, immediately I called my parents. I was so lucky I was able to get a hold of both of them. They were in the room at the same time, and just reiterating that feeling, like I could hear in my mom's voice the trembling and just really that raw emotion. I was just like, wow, for her to have to go through this more than anything, it was an awful feeling.
Danny, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to me.
Thank you.